Isn't he cute? Just look at him go. It's snapshot time. We have snapshot 22w11a, and not only do we have frogs in this snapshot, but we also have a lot of other things, including deep dark biome, tadpoles, mangrove blocks, mud and mud brick blocks, all the skulk blocks, and even 3D directional audio option. There's some things we're not going to go over. I do have another video about the deep dark, ancient cities, and skulk, so you can check that out. I'll leave a link in, I think, the pinned comment. But we're going to take a look at some of these new things that have been added, starting with the frog. So I'll be going from the release notes a bit here, but it looks like the frogs can spawn in the swamp and mangrove swamp. Mangrove swamp has not been included yet. I can't wait to see that, though. But these guys, these are temperate frogs, so they're orange. There are 3 types of frogs. We'll take a look at those in a moment. But these guys start out, well, they spawn in the swamp, but they start out as tadpoles. And I did put a tadpole in here earlier. I don't know if it's in here. But let's take a look here. So we're going to look up a tadpole egg. So I can spawn one of these guys in there. And you can see they're tiny. They're really small. These guys will grow up to be frogs. And it doesn't yet say if you can feed them something. But I think it's slime balls. I want to see if I can feed this guy slime ball repeatedly and grow him up into a frog. Come on. Can you age? I don't know if he's going to do it, but you're supposed to be able to breed the frogs themselves with slime balls, but it doesn't look like that's working. But let's go back here where there are some actual frogs. Get them into love mode. Hey, where's your friend? There we go. Ah, you are attracted to this. Okay, so we should see some hearts coming up. There we go. And then one of them should be looking for some water to lay the eggs. You gonna go? Are you? Or are you just gonna slowly walk? Ah, right. Okay. Some things may not be fully in the game yet, but they're supposed to lay an egg, and the egg hatches into a tadpole. But not yet. So frogs are supposed to be able to eat the slime and magma blocks. Now, if we got a small one here, you can eat him. Yes, he did. And he drops a slime ball. Now, let's see if I can get a small magma block here, because I really want to see this. Come on. Froggy? There we go. Oh, there it is. This is an ochre froglight. So there are new lights in the game, and they are different color depending on the type of frog. Now, what type of frog makes other colors? Well, we gotta find some, I think. But before we do that, I did just find frog spawn in creative. Oh, there's frog spawn right there. Okay, so it's right on there, and those will hatch into tadpoles. Nice. This is really interesting. So it's somewhat like turtles in that way. Okay, let's go to a cold biome and a hot biome now. Luckily, we have both a hot biome and a cold biome right next to each other. So let's get the frog out. So this is the hot biome frog. And let's... Whoa! You're too big. I want a small guy. No, small guy. Small guy, please. Because... There we go. So this gives a pearlescent frog light. Now let's check out the cold biome. So let's find out what happens in a cold biome. We get a green frog. And let's get, no, a small guy. There we go. You'll eat him. Please eat him. Are you not hungry? He'll eventually eat. But let's spawn another one here. You're not cooperating. Oh, there we go. And this time we get a verdant FROGLIGHTS. So this one is greenish in color. And here are the 3 FROGLIGHTS all in a row. Nice. They're very like pastel colored. What do you think of them? As for our tadpole friends, you can actually catch them in a bucket. There we go. So we have a bucket of tadpole. Next up, let's look at the mangrove. Now, the mangrove tree is not in the game yet, so don't worry about that. But we have mangrove planks, mangrove logs. As you see, it's really red, and this is adding some color to the game. Of course, the stripped mangrove log, stripped mangrove wood, the mangrove wood, as well as the mangrove roots. Interesting sound as you put them down. And mangrove leaves. They're kind of not very bright in this biome. They may be different color in another biome. And then we have the mangrove propagule, I guess you can call it. Usually you find them underneath, growing underneath. But since we don't have that, you can just do this. What happens if I bone meal this? Well, you're not going to get a mangrove tree. Not yet. You see, what we're going to get is just a plain old oak tree. That's not mangrove. But once the mangrove tree itself has been put in the game, then we will actually get to see them. And I'm so interested in seeing them because it is a very interesting looking tree. Okay, I made a fake mangrove tree. That's not what they're going to look like, but look at the leaves. It's very different than all the other leaves. It's got this interesting texture. If we bone meal the bottom, look at that. We've got a propagule growing, and it comes in several stages. And eventually, that's the maximum size. I believe you just hit it off and you get it. And you can plant the sapling right there. Well, it's a propagule. Not exactly a sapling, but it's basically the sapling. And of course we do get the usual blocks. The slab, the fence, the stairs. We've got a button here, pressure plate, the new door, which is actually quite interesting. I like that. And the trap door. Look at this. It has a hole in the middle. This has so many uses, like a toilet seat or something. The fence, and of course our sign. That's not all. Since we have water over here, let's put this in here. Got the boat. So got a mangrove boat. Gotta love the color. Next up is a brand new block and building block, mud. So let's take a look how you can make mud. So all you need to do is put dirt down and right click with a bottle of water. That is mud. Now listen to how it sounds when you break it. Squishy, kinda. Okay, there are other ways to make it. So if we put a dirt block here, inside here I've got some water bottles. Let's try that. There we go. So you can automate this, except you can only put 9 of these in here. You can also craft this somehow by hand, and I have not seen any information about how to do that yet. If you know, then let me know in the comments below. You can also walk through mud. You sink down a little bit like in soul sand, but it doesn't slow you down. But listen to it. Yeah, it's mucky. I like that. There's another block that I seem to have missed, and that's muddy mangrove roots. And that would go with the mangrove tree, of course. I'm guessing, yeah, this is the mangrove roots with mud, and this is the mangrove roots without mud. Now, mud can be made into packed mud. Now, I haven't figured out how to do that because there doesn't seem to be any recipe. But boy, does that sound interesting. That's packed mud. Packed mud, though, can be made into this stuff, mud bricks. These are pretty interesting. Love the color. We got brown stone building bricks now. I love that. And of course, with a stone cutter, you can make the different types, the slab, the stairs, and the wall, which is great. Oh, this one makes a regular sound. Stairs and wall are loud. Huh, I wonder if that's a bug. I'm really wondering. And yeah, that's not sounding the same as those. I should probably actually look at this. So it turns out packed mud is mud plus wheat. Interesting. And mud bricks is just 4 packed mud. Okay, so that is solved. And that is the incredible Snapshot 22w11a. We have so many new blocks and new bobs in the game. What do you think of them? What's your favorite part of this snapshot? Let me know. Check out the video on the left for the ancient cities and Skulk. Please leave a like as that helps this video get out to more people. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.